The editing skills weren't bad, but the content was lacking.
I actually thought that the content was better than my editing skills. So I mean, yeah.
Brett, how much did you pay for that Photoshop?
I don't know. What'd you do?
Obviously, he paid more than Mike did.
I was like, I went to him. I'm like, dude, I got 2 pictures. We gotta put them together. I don't know how to do it.
As soon as he told me what it was, I was like, yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, so yeah, your shit's saying now.
So Dakota did. That's hilarious.
No.
There's something else to talk to the therapist about when I make an appointment.
Oh my god!
But the truth was, that was funny shit. That was funny. I mean, without a doubt, that was funny.
Dude, so. I had to go the extra mile on it because, like, as soon as like to be fair, I had to.
You did. You all the colors and everything.
Where did you even get that picture?
That was it's probably on the ROC page. It was the one that we took at TFCon in front of the Gundams.
Okay.
I can't remember who we sent it to.
That was on your Facebook page, Dalton.
Well, yeah, it's probably because someone tagged him in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I took your page.
It's probably because Josh Fisher tagged me in it.
Speaking of Josh Fisher, bro, right here.
Yo.
It's all Josh Fisher's fault.
I would blame him 100%.
No, I blame you 100%.
No, dude, no.
Brett didn't even text me about it. He called me. He was just cracking up.
I was like, bro. I was like, yeah.
Let me guess. You got the idea from what was it? Greg that's been doing those photoshops of those weird ones of Deluxe's face on things.
Here's the thing: when you have an idea and you don't know how to do it, I called Dakota.
And he was cackling, dude. He's cackling up a storm, man. He was just loud. I was like, bro, what's so funny?
I was like,
he was just like, that picture of Deluxe with his dog. I was just like, which one? He said the most recent one. And I said, yeah. He said, I've been trying to do this app thing on my phone. You know how Brett's, got the elderly problem.
So
and he was like, I need to put Dalton's face on Gator. I was like, say no more.
just keep in mind, St. Patty's Day is coming up, you little leprechaun.
That's all right, but just remember, I had the idea. I just didn't have the idea of how to do it. So, whatever.
Josh, you supplied the picture for a private Stasis Lock Photoshop that Mike ended up sharing outside of Stasis Lock, but it's all still.
No one said we
private.
couldn't.
We're not. Well, I guess as long as like I didn't want it to be like posted publicly.
Oh, you done messed up.
Yeah, and knowing who you sent it to, it will be posted publicly.
Yeah, that's Well, I don't know, man. He doesn't post all of them publicly.
He's done the one before.
I mean, we have that inner circle, and now
look, the Cookie Monster one is a different. That's just so funny because it was done so poorly.
It was really shitty.
Yeah, it was so true. So
you couldn't have had like the biggest frown on your in that picture that Mike selected.
I don't even know where he got that picture
from your Facebook
page.
It's on your Facebook. I don't remember both of these pictures. Facebook page looking for some good Photoshop material.
Dude, just remember, if I found it, it's easy.
Bro, Mike doesn't even Photoshop. He takes that shit into Microsoft Paint.
And just crops it.
I just like, that's what I found. Go. So
I actually think I saved it to my computer.
Oh my god! Well, I have to transfer because like Brett sent me the photos he wanted me to mismatch. Anyway, so like I took Dalton took your face and like I made sure I could stretch it to where it would fit Gator, and I just got in there with the smudge tool and just started like smudging it to where it wasn't so many hard lines. And then I was like, man, I really got to get him to match Gator's hair tone. So that's whenever I went in.
And it was beautiful.
It really was. I was so proud.
I was not expecting this to, vomit first thing this morning.
Bro, and I put Gator's little wrinkles, his little pug wrinkles. I kept those.
I did. The funny part was we did this last night, and I was like, I'll go to sleep. I woke up this morning, I was like, we need to do this. So we gave you a whole, not 24 hours, but like 18 hours of before it came out. So
Brett sent me the pictures like
Just another reason for me to hate you guys.
I think in 2 hours I had it done. No, it's fine.
You had it done quick, but I thought
it was
the night before.
It was it was all done in good faith. It's not a bad Photoshop, Dalton. It's not like it's horrible or
it's
anything.
top notch.
So, well, I meant like the actual joke. It's not a mean joke. It's just funny.
You look at the contents and say, "Hey, they thought
there was no context.
Yeah, there was.
There was nothing behind it.
Next time, what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to switch Matt and Gator's faces.
There you go. What are those cursed face swaps?
Yeah.
I thought the content was that Dalton was Deluxe's bitch.
There you go.
No.
Mike, why you got to turn into something hurtful?
And
Mike always got turned into something hurtful.
Mike had to go there.
You want to add in on this? Come on.
Well, Brett thinks it's right. I mean, the old guys stick together.
I thought it was funny as heck. Oh my god!
I thought it was just adorable because it made Dalton a sweet, adorable little pug.
He was.
That was why I thought it was funny.
That's
so you're saying I'm pugly, huh?
I'm just way to take the words that came from my mouth and turn them into daggers.
Right, you take everything and
they were meant to be pillows. They were meant to be pillows.
You don't know what pugly means, do you?
I thought it was like pug ugly. I thought that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, pug ugly, as in it's
I know
so
you're taking. Oh, okay, well. They're no longer daggers, but they could still be daggers.
Wait a minute.
And I'm gonna.
They're rubber daggers. They're not going to do anything to you.
Hang on, Candace.
Yes.
Deal with this. Go ahead. Tell him. Go ahead.
On what? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for someone to get into the comments and talk about my beard again.
Pugs are
Jesus.
They're beautiful. They're
Where was that at?
I mean, come on, do it.
Hey, my dog is part pug, allegedly. So
allegedly.
Thank you.
Allegedly.
Tell him.
He's just a 30.
I don't know. I adopted him. I don't know what he is.
Dogs are beautiful. I love them all. It doesn't matter. See, Dalton, I was just telling you
they're all precious little angels.
How loyal,
even if it's a Dalton,
how sweet, how timid, everything you were. But you took it all out of context. So whatever. It's all good.
Okay.
I was trying to lift you up, but whatever.
I mean, if anything, Dalton and Deluxe are going to fight anyways next time they see each other. So.
Well, I mean, I've had my dog bite.
Don't start another wrestling match like Tyler and I that never went through.
Yo, Ugly Fat.
I'm still waiting for that, by the way.
Ugly Fat said Pugly Fat, but he didn't spell it with a PH. Oh. Rocky Teller, excuse me, in the chat. And Leonardo, what's up? How's everyone doing tonight? You know what, Dalton, where can people find you at? Man of the Hour?
If I'm ever at Daltonian CFs, I can figure that out again.
Mike?
You can find me everywhere as Call Me Your Daddy.
No.
Hey.
As true as it is, I'd rather not.
The worst thing is my iPhone would text you. So good.
Yeah, just text me, man.
I got
Candace, where can people find you at?
They can find me on Facebook, Canned Ice Art, on Instagram, cannedice.santora, Twitter at Candace Santora, and YouTube, Candace Santora. And
Brett, it's good to have you back on. I know you've been busy the last couple of weeks. Where can people find you at?
Yo, Brett.
How about at Dalton is a Pug at
Jesus.
There you go.
I was trying to turn that into like a pugownersonly.com.
I need that Sarah McLachlan thing going on. Thank you. Yes.
Where can everyone find you, Dakota?
Thank you for asking.
No. By the way, I am
so fucking rude.
Yeah, screw that.
Right.
I'm totally on the animal shelter and adoption thing. That's all good. Dakota, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Brett. You can find me everywhere at Primal Sabbath. I'm glad I finally have Brett's blessing to
dang on straight.
To tell people what you know what that's fine. Dalton, did you do anything this week?
I got a whole lot of nothing.
I figured as much.
Mike, did you get anything real quick? Yeah, wow. Brett just came back like with a vengeance for just some unknown reason, some unknown vengeance.
I've been gone. Dang it.
Just trying to catch up, huh?
That's right. Ketchup, not mustard.
Mike,
Oh,
speaking of mustard things, Mike, where can people find you?
Dad joke. Sorry.
Oh, brother.
Dad joke.
A dad joke.
It was a dad joke. Sorry.
I
Mike,
got.
you get anything?
I can't remember what else I got. I know what I got today. I got a.
You got
I got
Alzheimer's.
I got a venomized green goblin
Put it out,
pop.
son. God,
So-
you're so shit. Candace, did you get anything this week?
I did not.
I also got. No, I didn't. No.
I do not care.
Bless it. What
I
was
did not. Got nothing.
Got nothing. Brett,
Yeah.
did you get anything? At least since you've been gone.
Oh, what'd you ask him?
Oh Lord.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
It's I was gonna say it's gonna be one of two things. It's either gonna be absolutely nothing, or it's gonna be like Chan on ETR where they gotta unroll the scroll. So
How about this?
I'm gonna start borrowing that GIF. Or that little
Since Dakota didn't tell me what I had, I have nothing.
All right, damn straight. I let you know what's yours and what's
You-
mine.
You that's okay. I'm good.
Jesus, Mike, you all right, bud?
Coronavirus Mike over there.
Oh, no kidding.
Shit.
You know what's funny? You should say that. There was a lady that walked into the courts in Mayflower, Arkansas, and said she had the coronavirus. So the person who was going up there for trial, so they moved the trial date because she went there and said she had the coronavirus. So it cleared out.
For what,
it cleared
jury
out the courtroom.
Bro, I bet
Oh
people
my
were
God.
like people were hauling ass, bare feet and all, man, just getting it.
What was that?
They took her.
That was it. Asian stuff. Yeah, Asian. I got that. I got to go.
First they took her to the hospital to have her checked out, and then they took her to jail.
Then they took her to jail.
It was like, man, I just wanted to ditch jury duty. What the hell?
Golly, that's unreal. Like, isn't that essentially like the screaming fire in a crowded theater law?
I think so.
All I can say is don't do that. Don't.
Oh, obviously, I have more common sense than that.
Well, don't do that.
As much as you doubt me.
I don't do it. That's it. I'm done. All right.
Okay, Boomer.
I'm not going to ditch jury duty. Don't do that.
Gotcha. Kabar is in the chat. What's up, Kabar? Kabar said, I got Tyler's Double Punch and Trans Art Burning Primal on the way. Also, has coronavirus on the way with one of those things.
Well, I was thinking a Double Punch Burning. Don't
do it. Don't do it, Brett.
What are you trying to say there? Double Punch Burning. Go ahead.
Let you try to figure that one out.
That sounds like a fun Friday night down here in Louisiana.
Woo! Do it.
A little bit at Tabasco.
That's more than Tabasco.
You have to have the hot sauce to that. So
That's that last stab stuff.
Yeah.
So this week, since everyone asked, I got a Universe Snarl, another one that I'm going to pay someone to customize for me. Just like we were talking about it in the chat, and I just so happened to look on eBay and I saw one that was like $20, and I was like, yeah, this is absolutely too good to not get for that reason. Because like I think for a while there they kind of went up in price. So get that. I also got the Animal Warriors of the Kingdom. I got 2 of the Royal Guard and 1 of the mercenary characters. So I got they're finally starting to ship, which is awesome. Yeah. No, you're only like a mile and a half away. To be fair,
it's not even that. That's the point.
He'll just bring it to you.
no, he could probably just toss it to you. Like,
well,
that and some White Castle.
Sometimes we do that at the tolerances. Yeah, you dropped it. Okay.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, White Castle, by the way, is not as good as you would think. It has its.
You're right. In and out is better.
Oh yeah, In and Out is.
I like White Castle.
I do.
Yeah. Me and come out going. That's
me and
like
Mike.
What I ate.
Me and Mike gonna be farting up a storm on the way up to Kentucky in June.
I honestly
glad I'm not road tripping then.
I would rather have an In-N-Out burger here than a White Castle.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's like no arguing that.
They're totally different, and I love one, and the other I kind of like regret doing afterwards.
It's a guilty pleasure.
Yes, exactly. So yeah.
So, anyways, like speaking of quality control, I was gonna say the like the last Animal Warriors of the Kingdom figure I got broke in 2 different spots. These, however, have stood up to plenty of. Oh God!
What the hell was that?
That was just Tyler. Go on.
Tyler,
I introduced
you can't shut it up. Put it down.
Oh, God damn!
I was wondering what I was going to say.
Wow.
All right then.
Brother Kyle says Five Guys is better. Five Guys is alright.
I like Five Guys. I do like that, but they're really, really greasy. They are greasy.
Nero says White Castle smells the same coming out as it did going in.
Yes, it does. 100%. If it comes out your butt or your mouth, it's still the same smell. 100%.
I don't know how much of a lag the chat's on, but Roki Teller said
you don't understand.
It's usually like a 30-second lag.
Yeah, they probably
just from someone that has White Castles right there. They smell the same when you're eating them, when you're throwing them up, and when you're pooping them. They smell the same.
That's why whenever I have a White Castle dump, I get a little hungry at the same time.
Yeah, but
eat some more while you're pooping.
The other thing is,
I just put a hand back there, grab a handful, and
no. Here's the thing: when you do that, you think to yourself, "Oh, that was a good dump. I'm good. I've been cleansed." It will help you with your mental cleanse because it smells the thing. So, yeah, it does. It smells the same.
Dude, nothing smells like poop quite like microwavable sliders. Or that's the other way around? I don't know.
Exactly.
I'm hungry now.
By the way, Dakota, how many times did I eat White Castles when you came up to Kentucky? How many times did I eat those?
I think it was once. Didn't you get the breakfast one? Because you got a coffee. I remember you got a coffee.
I had the coffee and nothing else.
I thought you got a little breakfast thing.
Nope. I don't eat that crap. No.
I think I remember him saying that because I remember him getting coffee.
I know he didn't want to go to the one. He didn't want us going to the one like by the hotel.
No, you don't want to go to 3rd Street. No.
Yeah, the one we went to by his house though.
That was better, but I was like, fine. You can eat that. I'll get coffee, and I'm rubbing my hands together, going, "It's coming. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen."
I didn't get any. Oh, dude! And then like that one coffee early in the day made you shit your pants. Like 18 hours later that night.
It was the smell from the coffee. I'm telling you, it's the White Castle.
I know. I could taste the freshly brewed White Castle coffee bean.
By the way, they do Wallingford. Wallingford coffee's good.
Am I the only one kind of surprised that it wasn't Dalton that enjoyed Five Guys?
You know what, Tyler?
Tonight delight.
I give you that. Go ahead.
Well, that's usually about what the hotel room is, and he seems to always have fun.
Well, you gotta shove one in the closet.
Okay,
go ahead. Not just saying. I mean,
man, we are so fucking off the rails tonight.
Ooh, it's pretty bad. Hey, Tyler, where can people find you at, man?
You can find me at T2RX Sexy.
Did you get anything this week?
Hey.
No, just spent more money. Made another order, but nothing actually came in. Okay. I'm waiting on my Lao convoy to ship because I want to make Amazon Japan.
Yeah, that should be this weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Right? It should be Should be Friday, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I didn't notify my bank.
Oh, God dang it!
You better send a handwritten note.
Don's already
to your
just
bank.
like he's already got like a phone call set up.
It's just because that thing they always do. They always block the transaction. I just got to let them know, hey, there's this much coming through from Japan.
He's gonna type out a full letter and print it out and bring it to the bank. Dear racist bank,
I'm working on it.
Stop
Hang
having
on.
a prejudice towards
All I got to do is
business.
make a 2-minute phone call, and they say, okay, we got it. We'll let them know.
Bro, Josh Fisher said, "Coffee don't make you shit your pants. It's Popeyes." Can't confirm.
It's not true. That's what I just said.
If it doesn't make you shit your pants, it'll make you shit the floor.
It really is not the Popeyes. It really is the coffee. So, I mean, yeah, there you go.
Bro, Nero says nothing like getting some late night beef from Five Guys.
Yeah, tell us about it, Dalton.
God.
I'll tell you about it. But Brother Kyle says thanks for spending 15 minutes talking about delicious shit I can't eat.
Look, if I'm being honest, Five Guys is absolute trash. Okay,
No,
it's expensive.
No.
Is it too expensive? Yes.
It's not that. It's
they put
so
your fucking
nasty.
It's trash for what you pay for.
Exactly.
Not even that, man.
It's so good, but it's
expensive.
So bad
the
for
burger's mediocre at best.
Yes.
And the fries that they give you this little tray, but then they just dump fries in the bag anyway. And I don't know if you've ever
if you look at
you have bagged milk,
here.
but you're bitching about bagged French fries. What's wrong, Tyler? What is
it's
wrong
gross?
with you?
It's gross.
No.
A few bagged French fries are fine when it's a surprise. 1,000 bagged French fries is just messy.
So, the burger itself, with all the toppings, is so good, but so bad for you that anything else, it's bad. But the burger is actually good. The burgers are good. I have to say that.
Five Guys is bad for you, but their schmeat's pretty good for you.
Exactly. It's not good for you. None of it is good for you. 100%.
But I'll say it's. I enjoy it.
I will agree with Tyler.
I don't enjoy paying for it. I just don't enjoy paying.
I didn't say paying.
Okay, just go in there and steal it. Sure.
Hell yeah! Why not?
Saying that.
Why not?
Just walk in there with a gun. Fill the bag of burgers, please.
When we go out to eat and I steal something, don't you say a damn word to me, Brett.
Well, we won't.
Right now, okay. In a week, no, we can't do that. So
yeah, it's gonna be different. We gotta get all of our we gotta do all of our hood rat shit right now because in a week Brett's gonna get us on it.
That's right. So stop that shit.
Dude, Josh Fisher, I want to have a conversation with you at Robocon about shitting. I think we have a very interesting conversation.
Look, the hotel that it's at, the Galt House, has a really nice lobby bathroom that we're gonna make very uninhabitable.
We need to find one that has
the three of us
stalls in it, and then do a battle shits.
Just a 3-man battle shits. Who's shitting and who's grinning?
You suck my battle shit.
I'm so glad I'll be in the ladies' room instead.
It's okay. Okay.
We don't
Just be careful. You might be able to smell it from there too.
I was gonna say you can still send over a few heat seekers, right?
Atomic bomb.
So the topic tonight was what makes you poop. Is that what it was?
I guess our pre-show
subtitle.
GhostLordPeter.
Hang on, I'm channeling my inner Chris here, and something tells me if we're talking about shit, this is definitely an episode where we're talking about beast machines.
Hey!
Well, what do you know? Dalton, take it away.
Yeah, speaking of shit, here's my notes.
Wait, can I do a my only note / episode description?
Shoot.
Why don't you tell us what you really think is what happened this episode? All right.
So I got a question. My first note is actually a question. Like, how does a pulse of light create a little spider chip thing on the back of someone's neck? That never made sense to me. Unless,
Like
you know,
Tron.
That was racist.
what? How was that racist?
Oh, no.
Yeah, you know,
It was
you know, you know.
Ignore
No.
him.
Racist.
But I'm Undamaged makes a comeback from Beast Wars.
Yeah.
And you just gotta love that hate plague, making everyone argue and fight with each other. Nowhere near as bad as the original. Didn't they like kill each other with that?
I don't think they killed each other. I mean, I know they. Tom, wait. Why are you talking about G1 up on this Beast Wars show?
This is from G1. Maximal's arguing. What else is new?
I'm gonna put up a vote in the Stasis Lock chat. Give me a second.
No, you're not kicking me.
I agree.
Next time
No.
you say-
Oh, wait a minute.
Dalton, don't worry.
Go
I'll
ahead.
veto it.
I'll still agree.
Another one is Boo. No Primal falling and screaming.
No acid trip this episode?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, well, they kind of all were on acid trip. We just didn't see it from their perspective.
They were on some really bad acid.
Bad bananas.
All that slicing and dicing, she'd order to make a hell of a sushi chef. Boom, Dalton, no.
100%.
Well, there's two more for you.
Go.
Does Megatron want to turn Cybertron into the Borg?
Yes.
You know,
Probably.
unifying everything into one mind.
Go. Number 3.
We're the board.
Forget Barrel of Monkeys. I want a Barrel of Maximals. You know, the whole chain.
Was that a Donkey Kong?
No. The whole
It's literally a
linking
toy
them together.
called Barrel of Monkeys that link together. Brett, you should be old. You had those with the Lincoln Logs and the wooden rocking horses.
Oh my
You had
god,
all
Tyler.
that.
What rocket?
What the hell, Tyler? What the hell was that?
You know, I
I'm
try to
good.
stay off of my phone during the show, but
I'm good. Go ahead. It's good. Go ahead.
Jesus, Tyler, almost called you Daddy Kabar.
Whoa! but he is.
Actually,
Yeah.
Actually, he is.
What do you mean, Jesus Tyler? What did I do?
See what you said you were posting. Yeah, you know what you did.
Oh, the poll? No, my message is not
Oh,
working.
you know what you did.
No, the poll. It wasn't the poll. It was. I guess it was just the last thing that you
Eat.
shared.
What was the last thing I shared?
It doesn't matter.
Alright.
TM2DB's in the chat. What's up? Roki Teller, shoot me a message on one of my social medias. I'll hook you up with the rest of that if they don't have it all. Dalton, what's some more notes?
That's all I had.
That's all you had? Mike, give me
Yep.
some notes.
Man, I shared that shit fucking 45 minutes ago.
I don't check the chat. Mike.
I was worried about Joe.
Oh, we thought you were
I-
linking it to it doesn't matter.
I did not take notes because usually Dalton covers everybody.
Oof.
Okay.
What
I'm pretty
the
sure
hell?
this
That
segment
was
should
my
just be
fault.
given to Dalton.
I know.
Dang it!
I know. Candace, you got some notes. Yo,
Yeah, come
I
on.
don't actually. I didn't watch.
What
Sorry,
the?
I didn't.
Dang it!
Sorry.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Well,
I feel
This was like a fake out Dalton.
I
I'm so embarrassed by us that he left.
So,
mean, what would we have done if I didn't take notes?
Sorry.
I
Moved
thought
on?
about this, and
Oh,
Oh shit! What the hell? Don't leave me here. Don't leave me here by myself. I cannot do this.
it's the Tyler and Dalton show.
Okay, now I'm leaving.
why am I added
There
to
we go.
this shit? I mean, why? Really?
Because we're slackers and we're old. We're discriminated upon.
Yeah, I mean, do you see this brown nose right here?
Roki Teller said, "Oh boy." Oh man, Dalton, you could have showed us how you dust your shelves when you had that time to yourself.
Oh,
That was
missed
really,
opportunity.
really good.
Yeah.
Well, in
Dalton,
order to show you how he dusts his shelves, he has to learn how to dust his shelves.
I do.
that's true. Dalton, shame on you.
Dude, I'm talking
I
shit.
would-
I haven't.
I have to
Just
dust
go
my
with
shelves
it.
every month where I
You
live.
have to go with it. Just go with it. Come on.
You have to dust your shelves every month. Now I've seen your sales posts.
All right, do it
Fuck
again.
off.
Do it again. Dalton, go.
I'm not going anywhere.
Shit's dustier than your mom's.
Don't go there.
Easy.
Don't go there.
Easy. Reel it back in.
China.
Listen. Listen.
That's my mom's China.
Listen. You haven't been there. I have, but you haven't been
No,
there.
you haven't.
All right.
Jesus, now I'm
Dusty
taking a drink,
is
Brett.
you know what. Woo.
Don't we have a podcast to do or something?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what?
Oh
Just
yeah.
wondering.
Look, guys, I updated our socials, except for in the description. I did not update our socials.
Boo.
But you can find us on Instagram at StasisLockPodcast, Facebook.com/Beast Wars. We're going to hang on to that one. Twitter.com/StasisLockcast. And you can always email us at StasisLockPodcast@gmail.com. Rookie Teller, that's probably where you can hit us up on email for the stuff you want.
All right.
Also, join our Facebook group, the Beast Wars Society. It's a buy, sell, trade, and discussion group. There's a lot of discussing and not as much buy, selling, and trading, but it can happen from time to time.
It's currently top 5 in the 5 best Beast Wars Facebook groups.
Heck
Considering
yeah.
there's only 6 Beast Wars Facebook groups.
We finally edged in. We finally edged in to that
We don't talk about that. But yeah.
We don't talk about that worldwide nonsense.
That's right. No.
All of our prices are in United States dollars. Federal Reserve
Freedom
notes. Freedom units.
Freedom Utes. Go. Yep.
All right. We got some news, I think.
Who's that going?
First and foremost until June, the Ultra Gear Stasis Lock photo op. Bring your masterpiece sheet order. Pizza Robocon June 5th through 6th, 2020 in Louisville, Kentucky for an epic gyroscopic gathering of the most open sheet ores in one location. Moving right along. This is something I wanted to cover.
Woo. Where?
Oh,
Where was
who's
that?
that going?
Where was that?
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
What is this G1 horse shit? Get it out of here.
All right, so this is Toy Robot Magazine, Tyler. If you'll let me
Vito.
explain it.
Vito.
It's going to be.
Vito.
You know what, Tyler? You can't veto the captain.
Doesn't work that way.
All right, so this is going to be it's a Kickstarter, and I got the link to the Kickstarter in the description. It's going to be kind of like Toy Fair and Lee's Toy Review, and it's going to be focusing on transforming robots, not just Transformers, but I think they said they would cover some GoBots and things like that. There's going to be 6 issues. Right now, we don't really know what all of the issues are going to contain. I'm going to get it because I like the magazine stuff, but I think that there's potential for there to be some Beast Wars content, and I feel like if you go and kind of push them into putting some Beast Wars in there, I'm pretty sure they will, because I don't know if they have anything past the first issue mapped out.
So wait, is this like a official, or is this third
No,
party?
this is done by fans that are essentially kind of bringing back Toy Fair / Lee's Toy Review. There's going to be like articles and galleries and things like that. Just like
so, with each issue, do I get a copy of the cease and desist?
Well, there's nothing trademarkable here.
Someone might.
Someone might. Yeah. That's the thing. Like they're not trademarking it as.
No, it's general. It's very general.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and I think everything would fall under some kind of fair use, anyways.
Well, anything that was released, it's going to be fair game anyway.
Right. So, it's not like they're creating, specific
and then
things.
Those individuals that are, interviewed would be fair game also. So I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't think there's no logos on anything, and just as the magazine for fans of transforming toys. So I would assume you're going to see some.
Let me ask the panel a question: who here still buys magazines in general?
I stopped when they canceled Playboy.
That's an accurate statement, though. That's an accurate.
See, I thought you were a Penthouse type of person.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'll be honest, Tyler. Like, I'll answer your question, Tyler. Like, I don't buy magazines because there's no kind of magazine subscription out there that piques my interest. I'll tell you that that stopped at the end of 2016 with issue number 72 of the Collectors Club magazine. Had a comic in it, yeah, but it also had a magazine portion with things in it that I like to read about.
That actually sounds accurate for me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Not the same.
So I think it's in an age of like digital media. I think it's cool to have, like, I'm all about physical media, like, comic books, magazines, books, movies. Doesn't matter. I like having a physical something.
So the difference is for me, different genre, is I like the Lee's action figure news, the tome arts, all that stuff where they would show, you'd see stuff coming out more so than anything on the internet, which now internet is more prevalent. So I can see that going down, but I still like the callback to that. So I really like this. And hopefully you'll get news in these issues that you wouldn't get in media, which is actually going to be pretty hard, in my opinion.
A couple of people have talked about, like, GhostLordPeter says he buys fanzines for certain hobbies. Some folks have talked about Shonen Jump. Rookie Tiller says Nintendo Power. So, I mean, I think it's definitely more common with the 80s and 90s kids, and even I would say 2000s kids for sure.
But
it's just there's
gaming, for gaming, is it more prevalent in magazines than it is in social media, or is it just like what it is with Transformers, the opposite?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just curious.
I don't follow gaming stuff too regularly, but like magazines are still a thing that happen. It's just not. I don't think it's as common in like nerd culture type stuff.
Well, I would like to see this come back for a more different venue, but I kind of lean towards what's going on with the video gaming and such. I just think it's a lost venue, and I think I don't know. I hope they do well. I think it'd be great. I'll buy it, absolutely. But I don't know if this is the right.
Oh, dude, hang on. GhostLordPeter and Ugly Fat about to internet fight in the chat.
Hell yeah!
Oh, made ugly Fat sad. Man, that's come on, Ugly Fat. Turn that frown upside down.
I loved it. Shit. I love it.
But yeah, dude. So like I said, and then like not to mention like over in Japan, like there's still figure hobby magazines coming out, you know, which I know that's Japan, and you know it's a little bit different over there. But I like the idea of having something like that stateside. Granted, you know, like I said, there's only going to be 6 issues with this first deal. Hopefully, it picks up the traction needed to where it could be a monthly publication. I think that would be really cool. I think they could start getting some revealed from companies.
The big thing is I mean, like Dakota, you and I are different, and I like everything in publication form, and you collect everything that's on, you know, virtual or internet form.
I literally just said the exact opposite for what I'm in.
Yeah.
You don't think so? You don't think so? Everything I do is
Brett, that's the thing. I do both. Like I will get the one thing physically just so I can scan it and have it digitally for my personal archives. I do it both, but I prefer to hold that physical copy.
I agree. Okay, I agree. So, I mean, that's what I like about this. It's something physical. You could see I have a lot of stuff that I did and I collected, and it's gone now. And, I mean, you might find it digitally, but I don't think it's the same. It's not the same to me.
No, absolutely it's not. Mike, are you going to be in on this?
No.
Are you okay? Dalton, what about you, man? Any interest?
I might be in on it. I'm not
No,
sure
you
yet.
won't. You won't. They'll do layaway.
Jesus
My God.
Christ. Candace, what about you?
Probably not.
Not you want
Not a big like magazine, coffee table, dentist office.
No, I don't think I have any. I can't remember the last time I bought one.
Oof,
It's been
fancy.
quite a while.
Millennials. Brett, all these millennials in here don't like the magazine.
I know, right?
Says
How
the
young do
millennial.
you think I am?
I've had this crap forever, but I still have it.
Out of curiosity, if we peer pressure the shit out of them to do a Beast Wars issue, are you going to regret not getting it?
Then I'll
No.
get it. Oh my god.
No, because I know Dakota will scan it in and I just read it off of his.
I would
No, I
re-
won't.
I would
Now that
re-
you said that, absolutely not. I will not share it.
Nope. But
Somebody will.
I would regret not Dakota being interviewed for that.
Ooh.
Exactly.
Now, I'm not trying to. Who says I'm the end all be all of Beast Wars? I mean,
Shut
I am,
up!
but
I
who
just
says?
said that outside.
You're the veto master. Of course you are.
It's just, like, I don't think you know what veto means.
Veto means no. That means
I
power.
know what it means.
Oh, was there a different saying? My old ass thing. No one told me.
Hey.
I'm just saying, look.
Oh, okay.
They got a Facebook page. It doesn't hurt to be like, hey, you do a Beast Wars magazine issue. You do a Beast Wars issue, I'm in.
Veto.
Issue, I'm in. Let's
No.
go.
That's exactly
I
what
mean,
Hey, they got a Facebook page for real?
Yeah. Toy
I'm sure
Robot.
they do.
Toy Robot magazine. It'll probably be linked to their with their Kickstarter, but I think I only have the Kickstarter linked for what it's worth. But Tyler, so if they do a Beast Wars issue, you
Oh,
you in or
God.
you out?
No, I'm not buying this shit. I don't listen. Look, if they do one Beast Wars issue, I will buy a single issue, and if they make me pay for the whole fucking Kickstarter, then no, I'm out. I'll just buy
No,
it from
you
somebody
can,
else, or
I think-
I'll pirate it. I don't give a shit
I
about
think-
a toy robot fucking magazine.
I think right now, you can get in on the first one to kickstart the first one. That'll add to whatever, and then if you want to, you can just get the full 6-issue subscription, which is what I'm gonna do, just because I don't like things being incomplete.
Nah.
But that's fair, Tyler. I hate my hobby as well, so
Hey,
I
Andrew,
understand all your
I'm-
angst.
this is fine for people who collect everything, like all those fucking people in our chat that keep talking about Earthrise for whatever fucking reason in a Beast Wars group chat. Like, this is fine for those people. I have no interest in anything but Beast Wars. Beast Wars ends, or Transformers begins and ends with Beast Wars for me. I got no interest in this.
Okay, fair enough. You don't like other transforming robots?
Not
Okay.
that this is gonna cover. I don't give a shit about
Well, not
G1
that
or all
you-
the other
that you
G1
think.
inspired bullshit.
I don't know, Tyler. I think you're being super negative about it. I think this is a pretty cool opportunity, but we'll agree
Hey,
to
for
disagree
everyone
on it.
else, but I'm not in on it.
I know. You are the fandom. You are 100% of the fandom. You're totally right.
Dakota, I'll let you know what they say.
You asked me if I was in on it. You didn't ask me if I advocate for the rest of the fandom. I don't give a fuck. Buy it. Buy 7 of them. I'll buy one for each. voice
Jesus,
actor
you
to
are
sign. I don't give a
so
shit.
goddamn salty, dog.
I'm mad. Listen,
You're
I'm
rubbing.
Look,
You're.
I just-
dude. Don't,
I canceled my Podbean shit from my own personal podcast. I emailed them. I told them I don't want to pay for it anymore. And they were like, okay, not a problem. And then I just looked at my fucking phone and they emailed me like, okay, here's your receipt. We just charged you $110. I'm like, are you
Jesus
fucking serious? So now I got to call my bank and tell them that this fraudulent fucking company needs to die.
oof.
No comment.
I know. I just fucking
No,
angry
don't touch
Mike
that
myself.
shit for
Podbean's never gonna allow another Stasis Lock podcast ever.
Bro, Tyler just covered Dalton, Mike, and like definitely at least 75% of me, like all in one breath. That was super impressive.
Fuck, man, so dumb. Anyway, enough about me. On with your stupid fucking magazine. This magazine I'd buy.
Oh no, this is the stupid fucking magazine? Is this is it?
I'd buy this page of the magazine.
Yeah.
I buy this page and another page.
I definitely want the Windblade page out of this magazine that people just
Ooh.
aren't taking pictures of for some reason. I don't know why. So Flametoys, we get to see we saw these last week of the Optimus Primal, the model kit, the resin model kit. I think still some line art for Lio Convoy, but it looks like his shoulder pauldrons and this kind of back piece back here will be removable. And I'm about this. I'm 100% about this. It's not Leo Prime. I'm 100% about Lio Convoy here. This I think will look cool in that model kit format, even with the angular blocks. I just think it'll work for Lio Convoy.
I'm really excited about this one.
Yeah, careful. Look at this. Look at this page fold right here. You gotta be careful with that.
Oof.
Yeah. This is something I did want to share. I know this is kind of like a rough. It's not super complete. So, Kabar is a really good photo digibasher. But he just kind of sent this in as just like a rough draft. This kind of makes me want it.
Now it changes.
Just a little bit. Not said it would probably change. Whenever I saw it.
The only thing I could see them doing different is maybe blue for the arm and shoulder cannons. A little bit more tune accurate.
Kabar, Dalton said your Photoshop was trash, bro.
No, it's good. I'm just saying it. Knowing how Flametoys is, they'll probably try to do something like that. I don't know. They could go with this. It'd be perfectly fine.
Kabar, if Flametoys uses these colors, you own these colors. You say these are mine, and I want some free shit. That's what you do. So, anyways, it's pretty sharp looking.
Yeah, I'm
I guess no one else is excited about these. Is it just?
Hell's yeah.
Okay. Just a lot of stuff there. So Walrus Law, our pal Walrus Law, uploaded some more Beast Wars sketch concepts, and this time it looks like it would have been the dinosaur Megatron that we got, but like this time as a dragon.
That would have been awesome.
I would have loved this.
That's pretty cool.
That looks just totally badass.
We wouldn't have been hit with any shit either, but that's, it's neither here nor there. We won't talk about it. But yeah, so like a dragon using essentially the same transformation scheme as the original dinosaur. I think this shit would have been super cool. I don't know how okay, yeah, I guess the wings would still be on the... No? How would the wings end up on the back? Because his belly is his back. They would have. I'm sure.
I can't help but think he would sound more like a Sean Connery Draco.
I was thinking more like Alduin in Skyrim.
Just think he'd be like, yes. No. Anyways, you can check out some more at tfraw.com.
Go ahead, laugh at me.
I'm just thinking of it now.
Oh, yes.
It looks very Draco. I just thought of Dragon Heart. It's cool.
And speaking of, this isn't really news, but I was super happy. Last week we took a look at this, and I asked for someone to color it in, and GhostLordPeter happily obliged. So big thanks to GhostLordPeter. Now I definitely need this as a toy. I don't know how much of my like credit limit I got to throw at this to make it like happen, but let's make this. Please make this reality. Can this be real? Can we please make this real?
Someone can 3D print it for you.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know why there isn't like a third-party company that'd be like, you know what? Let's take this gamble. Let's roll this dice.
Come on, Transfamer.
And do this. Do Triple Changers Beast Wars and do Trans Tech at the same time.
Well, that reminds me. I really hope MMC does that Trans Tech Cheetor.
Yeah. We talked about it last week, but I figured we would just kind of bring it up this week, make it officially official with the slideshow. Burning Convoy got pushed back to April. Sad face, but it's only a month. At least according to Big Bad. I don't know if the Takara Tomy Mall stuff is still going to come out, because like usually the Japanese release will come out early anyways. but it'll come out and it'll be out for a minute, and then Hasbro Asia will have the stock for stateside retail. So I don't know. I don't know what the deal is going to be with that. But anyways, what's even more sucky is for people who got Lio Convoy through Hasbro Asia import US pre-orders, is he was delayed until June. So he got pushed back 4 months. 3 months.
Pay more, wait longer. Way to go, guys.
Well, they didn't pay too much more, to be fair. I think everything's said and done. Like I looked at the numbers last night. Saved like $30 or $40.
Yeah, something like that.
Getting it straight from Japan, but also like not waiting 3 months is a plus too. Because like I cannot wait to get this.
No, neither can I.
I'm super fucking excited for.
So you can break it and send it back, Dalton.
Shut up, Mike.
Oh!
to be fair, almost all the hounds broke. And if they haven't yet, they're just a ticking time bomb.
That's true.
Brett, did yours break?
No, that doesn't count, Brett. That doesn't count.
Not at all.
Because you have the gentle touch, don't you?
Yeah, the gentle touch of Joe transforming it for you.
I was gonna say, yeah, the gentle touch of Joe opening like 7 of them.
2.
And then transforming it for him. Brett was just like, Joe was like, you want me to transform it for you too?
I would have laughed. I would have laughed my ass off if it broke in transit.
Oh man, that was.
Thank you for your negativity.
That's not negativity.
I know there's a bunch of negative Nancy's on here tonight.
How is that not negative?
It's positive for me because I'm the one laughing.
I hope yours breaks.
Well, he'll be able to return it and get a replacement. So
mine is fine. Sorry for your negativity.
It'll be all right.
I am going to talk to Deluxe. That's wrong.
You might not. He's a little upset about the pugger.
I don't know, but I mean, that's
every time he sees Gator, he's just gonna see
his handler, right?
He's just gonna see Dalton's innocent space just right there on Gator.
I
really feel sorry for the pug. So I mean,
all right.
Okay, Mike, we get it.
Yay! Where did Trevor Foot go?
At some point last week, I think it was it Friday?
Yeah, I think it was Friday.
Okay. BotCon Facebook posted some photos of a Beast Wars Silverbolt test shot prototype, along with some information about prototypes in general. And we got to see the paint master for the Windraiser, a repaint of Beast Wars Silverbolt.
That looks familiar.
The fact, like, so I had always thought that paint masters were like full figures until seeing this.
Right.
And like just some of them, I guess because they didn't change any of the masking for the Silverbolt deco, they typically kept all the same paint maskings up until like 2002. Doesn't matter. But yeah, like that's pretty much how they laid it out, and they even showed like some of the paint chips that would come with it. So
yeah.
But anyways, I thought this was neat. I've always thought this kind of stuff was neat. So
well, not everyone knows the process for toys from all the way up to initial production. So I mean, it's kind of neat.
Yeah, and like they even included a chip for the clear coat.
Right.
It's ridiculous. And then like this, I guess this final chip right here would have just been everything. Like and like it tells you how it's laid on. So it shows like this one is laid over this one that's laid over this. So anyways, I thought it was pretty neat. I don't know. Is there anything here? Is it just a blank slide? It's probably just a blank slide.
I don't know. People don't understand what the paint chips, the little slides, how important those are. So
what's
to see that in the line, the progression.
What's crazy is just in my experience with like just trying to get paint chips in general is like they're almost always thrown out. Like whoever gets this like say like the former employees collection where all those Beast Wars prototypes came from, like that dude said he just threw the paint chips out. Like,
right.
And I was just like, you got to be shitting me, because like, I would have absolutely bought those paint chips.
Yeah, but to them they're almost like you had an eraser on a pen and you wore it down, you threw it away, and you got a new one. To them, that's kind of what it's the process. To them, it means nothing. But for those that want to, capture the whole lineage of that, I mean, it means something. So even like samples, sketch samples, and all that, some people throw those away.
That's crazy. Well, I know, like from the big Beast Wars G2 find, like Jerry Palmer, his may he rest in peace, his collection, like all the stuff he had those paint chips. The guy that bought all that stuff just threw the paint chips out instead of even like trying to sell them. He's like, oh well, these are worthless, probably because they're worthless in the Star Wars community. That's what happens when Star Wars guys find Transformer shit. So
well, that's the other thing. It's each how do you put that? How do you differentiate between toys from Transformers and Star Wars? Each brand, I guess it's different how they collect stuff. So I don't know. I look at it as a brand of Transformers from like Hasbro, Takara, whatever. And that's where you got to get your lineage from and how they did it. So to me, it's all connected. Whether it be Ghostbusters, which by the way is, I guess, a big hype right now. GoBots, which is not a big hype right now. Transformers, all that stuff. It's all connected. I mean, I could be wrong in that.
That I'm just trying to figure out like how I can find some Dinobot paint chips. Just some little pieces of like plastic squares with some paint on them that was used internally. That's all.
That's the funny thing. You may not find it someone that did all Transformers, but you might find someone that did something for Hasbro during that same timeline and just happens to have it.
The big Z75 find, like he had paint chips for the Dinobots. The thing is, I don't know if his box of Dinobots came with like the black, clear, and white, or if it came with actual like paint deco chips. I don't know. It's
that's the thing. I mean, it really, you don't know.
I missed out on the Botcon 01 Tigatron paint chips by like a minute.
Oof.
Yeah, talk about depressing. But anyways, let's get on to tonight's topic. Mm-hmm. So the topic is, why are Transformers fans so quick to claim and assume that the brand is dead or dying? It's something that I notice a lot, and me personally, I'm pretty combative against it. But like, I want to know your thoughts. We hear it, we see it in our private chat from time to time as well. But Dalton, I'll let you go.
I don't think the brand is dying. I don't understand why people are. I mean, I guess I do understand. It's because they're not. Hasbro and Takara aren't making what they want or how they want it, the quality that they want. They're so spoiled with third party this and third party that they just think the brand's dying because the mom and pop company isn't making what they want.
Well, the mom and pop company is making what they want. It's
I mean,
corporate entity that isn't. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I always hear,
Big Daddy Hasbro isn't making what they want, basically.
Nero says the brand is rising again at the moment. Like I don't know about rising. I
think it's kind of plateaued over the past like 5 years.
I would agree to that too, but I definitely don't think or see that the brand has been dying. And like, to be fair, Hasbro hasn't really released much. Like 90% of the things they've released, I have found zero interest in. But I wouldn't say the brand's dying because of it. Like, I know Siege has been super popular with a lot of people. I think Earthrise is going to be a much different story, considering like how retool of Siege heavy it seems to kind of maybe be.
And parts forming.
But I don't have a problem with parts forming. Like,
So far, there's only 2.
Give it time.
I wouldn't be surprised if those 2 are a retool of each other somehow, or some kind of re-engineer, something crazy.
That's one drastic retool.
Yeah. Tyler, what about you, man?
Good talk.
If you can. Okay, Mike, we'll come back to
shit.
Tyler. Yeah, good talk, Mike.
Oh my
That's what you
God.
get for speaking up.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's shut the fuck up. I mean, I think it's more the point of, I think some people, it's funny how Dalton said, how so-and-so's not making what I want, but a company that was making them all the time, once a year, people still moan and bitch and complain because they're like, well, why'd you use that mold? Where's this? It's always something.
I know where you're coming from.
And it's more, and I always thought, it's more the point, the people who do all the moaning and bitching are the ones who are too poor to buy anything. That's my opinion. So they're going to be the ones that are going to tear down. No, seriously, they're going to be the ones that tear them down. Them poor ass broke motherfuckers that can't afford shit are going to be the ones that tear down the fandom. Period.
Angry Mike's opinion does not reflect all of you.
That's okay. I'll take the beef off everybody. It's honest to God truth. I mean, you know what? I can't afford this, but I want to bash about it. I don't like it because I can't go to the store and buy it. But maybe I'll go buy it and I'll swap it out with something else, take it back to the store, get my money back.
Jesus. So real quick in our private chat, you posted the screenshot that you sent to Toy Robot Magazine that if they would do a Beast Wars issue that you would be in. They responded, "We will cover Beast Wars from time to time, but a full issue would be down the road as a special." So that's interesting. That tells me it's I don't know, man. That tells me like there's at least something in the first 6 issues, and I'm down to get it. But Roki Teller says, I don't think that the brand is dying. I see Earthrise to be Masterpiece Junior. And to be honest with third party, they've been releasing more Legends figures. Neuro says, 2 separate movie lines coming out, a new Netflix series. I think there's argument of positivity. Definitely positivity. I don't know if like it would be like steep increase from like what the movies brought in, the Bay movies brought in. And on top of that, that Earthrise series is only going to be 6 20-minute episodes. So, like 2 hours of content, which I guess should have seen that coming as a Red versus Blue fan, because like that's basically Red versus Blue episode. So, Tyler, what about you, man? Oh, he's still muted. I didn't see he was still muted. I'm sorry. That was me messing up. Brett, what about you?
I knew you were asking me. I really wish I had more time. As far as the Earthrise stuff, is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking. Jesus, Brett.
Alzheimer's kicking in.
It really is. Why are Transformers fans so quick to claim and assume that the brand is dead or dying?
No, I look at the Earthrise as a resurgence of the G1 and bringing those that are G1 back into the fold, which I'm sorry, I'm a G1. We're getting older.
Brett is one singular G1. He is one G1 unit.
Yeah, I have
I mean, they've been doing G1 for the past 6 years.
Thank you, Dalton.
I have a few, Gate. So, but I think it's a good positive process to bring old and new. How's that?
Like they've literally been doing for the last 6 years, though.
Why not?
10,
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
84, 86. It gets old.
Thank you. Like, yeah, dude, if it was like, you know, if they focused on more of the Japanese G1 stuff, like that's where my like love and
Euro
affinity.
G1.
So
yeah, G2, 90s.
So
Give me some of that
the other
90s.
thing I wanted to ask is if they did something special, would that make a difference? If it was something that was secluded to a certain area, show, genre, whatever, would that make a difference?
Oh, you mean a Beast Wars 25th anniversary line next year? Yeah.
Nope. I'm asking you if something was done in those guidelines, would you be okay with that? Even if it didn't scratch the itch you had for your certain area.
So let me make sure I've got this question right. You're asking.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You are asking if they say it's an Amazon exclusive line. Let's say, because I know
Sure.
that was like the rumor a year or two back, was that they were going to do some Beast Wars redecos of some kind of current at the time figures to get us some Beast Wars characters, and it was going to be an Amazon exclusive. Like, would that be enough to quench my thirst, or would I be happy with that?
As opposed to the mass release versions of G1 or whatever.
As long as they at least focused on it, like, absolutely. Like, as you know,
so
it doesn't have to be for me personally, and
So
we can go through the panel. For me personally, if they want to have mainline focus be all that 84 nonsense, good. But if they're also releasing some stuff from like the 90s through the early 2000s, even if it's like not mainline and you gotta wait for a freaking online pre-order to go up or something, yeah, like it wouldn't quench my thirst, but it would definitely satisfy me.
So, first of all, this is just me thinking outside the box. It has nothing to do with anything else. I'm trying to think if there was an offering of something in your genre that specifically, and because it was one item, they specifically made sure to every detail it was what you wanted.
You're asking, so you're basically saying Masterpiece.
Well, but I'm also thinking about level, cost, and distribution for this item, which is different than Masterpiece. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay.
Is it
saying that, would you make it so that this one figure would be enough to scratch that itch you had for your genre, as opposed to what was mass released throughout the year? That's what I'm asking.
Because I personally only buy a handful of figures throughout the year from mainline anyways. Like, getting one figure, it wouldn't fully scratch the itch, but it would be a great start.
Okay.
It would be enough to definitely, I mean, obviously I would pick it up, like, cost or no cost, because I don't.
The whole point is if someone, quote unquote, someone was to try and do something that filled the gap, if it was a gap big enough that everyone would to adhere to, it would make sense, as opposed to just the eclectic few. I mean, does that make sense?
I mean, it's better to get the one thing than get nothing at all.
Exactly. So that's
that.
That's kind of why I'm just curious.
I don't know, Dalton. What about you? How do you feel on that?
I'm not exactly sure, because, I mean, maybe it would be. I guess what. I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how to answer that.
Well, I'm not talking about the really obscure things, or maybe those that just weren't hit in certain areas. It could be anything, if that makes sense. I mean, there's Masterpiece that haven't been hit. There's a Siege that hasn't been hit. But then there's a third party that has hit things that official hasn't hit at all. all that encompassing, would you rather see that in a limited capacity as opposed to nothing at all?
Well,
I'm all for
definitely.
exclusives. I'm all for exclusives. That's
Well, that's the problem. When you talk about exclusives, then everyone gets either happy or pissed about it.
And then
I think it depends how they're
the brand
offered.
is dying.
yeah,
Well.
because then the brand's dying.
Well, exactly. But I mean, see what I'm saying? So if someone was trying to resurrect a certain brand and figure out the area to target that, how would they do that?
Obviously, the best course of action is doing the stuff that isn't being done.
True.
Or
That is also desirable. Like you have to find that
Happy medium.
that
or
perfect
doing
spot.
or doing the stuff that's been done right and piggybacking off it. That's the thing that people don't understand and they get upset about. So
That's fair. Let me hear, Mike. What about you, man?
but I want to hear from everyone. Go ahead.
Yeah.
I've missed half this conversation. I'm sorry. What did Brett intelligently say?
I said that Mike is a douchebag, and the reason is and everyone just chimed in. All of them.
You know, he's right. So can't really complain about
Especially
that.
the 9-toe thing. I mean,
Hey,
no
so,
one.
damn it.
I mean, Dakota. It wasn't even you. It was Dalton that said about the 9-toe thing.
I didn't
was
say anything. Don't even
get
throw me under
that.
the bus here.
No, you did. And
No, I
it's
didn't.
fine. It's totally fine.
Don't go there.
Mike,
You're the one who went there.
he did. It's okay.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
Shut
All
up.
right.
We're all in a safe place, you know.
So would you? Okay, so I guess
Robocon.
the question, if I understand it, is, Mike, would you rather see something that isn't being done that maybe you do or don't want, or that I guess you would want, done in a limited capacity, or would you rather just play the waiting game and see if it'll happen at mass retail?
Man, I think maybe more towards. I mean, if it's something I really want, I'll get it. You know, I'll take it anyway. You know, limited run or mass retail. But I mean, I guess in some aspects, you know, we've gotten some stuff in limited, limited to certain numbers, but then it come out later on in mass retail as, you know, a different different design or something of that nature.
Well, that's not what we're talking about.
It's exactly what he just said to me.
Brett, yeah.
What's the question?
Yeah, Brett, you like, can you sum it down in like 7 words? The question.
The problem is I need my glasses. I'm trying to read the damn
Okay,
thing.
Boomer.
God, you are so old. You are.
Let's
so
get back on
unbelievably old.
track.
Shut up. All right, so 100%. Is there something that's not being made retail that you would like to see? What is that? How about that? I mean, I'll make it as blanket statement as I can.
Oh, Beast Wars. Dalton, what about you?
And you know what? I actually agree
Beast
with
Wars.
that. I agree with that 100%.
Candace?
Beast Wars.
There you
There you
go.
go, Brett.
Conversation over.
Even if it was one figure a year, even if it was just one figure a year,
So
I think all of us here would much prefer, even if we had to jump through a few hoops that may or may not be necessary, I think we would all go after the Beast Wars figure. I think that's fair.
Now, back up a little. So, because I love this. I love it. Because I really like that.
What is it you really like and what do you love? Like, you're not saying anything.
I
You're saying a
love
lot of words, but you're not saying anything real.
If you would
Bro.
shut up.
Nero said, hang on, let me read Nero's comment. He said, I love this guy. 3 to 4 word burst of speech, totally my wavelength.
So, I love the fact that there's Beast Wars talking about it. My thing is if in a God, I'm gonna get hit with this.
Jesus Christ, spit it out, man.
Well,
I wouldn't even hit you with it if you just say it.
All right,
Part
you ready?
then.
You ready? In the past, they've done a 12-figure series,
Dude.
and they gave 1 or 2 for Beast Wars, and everyone got pissed about that. I don't want to do that. It's not a subscription for service. It's nothing to do with that. If we did a show once a year, and one figure had to do with Beast Wars, would that be enough?
Yes.
Yeah.
100 times.
Make them all
I
Beast
know where you're
Wars.
going with
Beast
this,
Wars
too. Just-
podcast. Who are you asking?
I mean,
Beast
but
Wars?
I understand what I'm saying. I'm not talking about
Beast Wars.
one every month bull crap that was done before.
Beast Wars?
Think about it.
Beast Wars?
You're asking us.
I
You're
know.
asking us
Think about Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
if you produced 5 figures and one of them was Beast Wars, are we on board
Beast
for the
Wars.
Beast Wars figure?
Beasties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dalton, Mike,
Yes.
Yes.
I
Candace,
would be on board. I mean,
Beast Wars.
Beast
Yeah.
Wars.
Beast Wars.
Yes.
I think the answer to your question is one
Beast
thing
Wars.
a year.
Okay.
Beast Wars, like we're about it. We're 100% about it.
We're
Even
answering the
like
question.
honestly, even if there are 4 things that even I don't give a shit about, and I'll be honest, as niche as it if the more to the fringe as it goes, the more I care about it. If it's even beyond that or not quite there, I'll still be in it for the Beast Wars. I can get rid of the other
But-
stuff. I won't, but I can.
but you know why I said this, and most people will go, "But no, I don't understand." Do you know why I said this?
I kind of don't.
I kind of think
Because
I
I just
know what
want
you're
to
talking about.
say, just for the ladies and gentlemen listening, that don't drink and podcast.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Don't drink the cop sweat.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars. All right,
You're so-
Brett. What were you want? What were you gonna say? What were you wanting to say?
Is he drinking?
Beast Wars.
Brett? Beast Wars. Brett. Beast Wars.
I think we hurt his feelings.
I
Brett?
stayed.
All over?
What did he say?
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Yeah, that's bullcrap. That's not what he said. He said something else.
Beasties.
He said Beast Wars.
Beasties.
Beasties.
My
Beast
point being,
era.
is if you look at all the other things that have been given, there's a little Beast Wars, there's a lot of other stuff, and people have had problems with that. People need to understand that it's a total genre from Beast Wars, G1, G2, whatever, and they're trying to get everyone from that area.
Hold up.
Right, so
Hold
you need
up.
to- you need to be able to
I'm gonna
appeal
try
to
and take it seriously here.
All of Transformers.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
exactly.
instead, though, why don't you just do what you want to do and let people catch on instead of trying to please? No. Listen. Instead of trying to please 17 different groups of people that are never happy. Because every person you're listening to online, on the forums, on your Twitter, on whatever social media platform, every person you're listening to is that small minority who is the loudest person in the room making a fuss.
I get that. Trust me, I get that. But then I also think about what I want to do, and
Beast
I think
Wars.
about then I think about the Machine Wars box set, and I go, ugh. Because that was one person that loved that set, and it failed miserably.
I love
Think
that
about
set.
that.
It was a cool looking set.
I'm that one person.
Sucked. I hated it. And I'm not the only one. So you can't go by those in the power wanting what they want. You have to go by those who look at the masses and what they want.
I want to kind of just go through some of this chat real quick. Team 2DB says, look, here's the bottom line. There are too many fans. Many people still remember the days when we were quiet nerds, little kids who discovered this secret thing. Roki Teller says, look at Hasbro Pulse. The Boba Fett figure went up for pre-order and it sold out before anyone could get their hands on it. Let's see.
I mean, to be fair, they'll let anyone join that subscription service and still won't ship before regular retailers. So you're not really winning there. I have a pre-order on Hasbro Pulse, and I don't even exist.
Again, to be fair though, a lot of the Pulse stuff will eventually come back into stock. Like if it's like a select line release or whatever.
I'll tell you right now. You know what's more trustworthy than Hasbro Pulse? The American voting system.
That's a stretch. My chat just jumped. Kabar. Well, real quick, Candace, I want to know why do you think Transformers fans are so quick to claim and assume that the brand is dead or dying?
Holy crap! We're getting back to this question.
Yeah, I want to put this up, and then I want to continue on from where we're at.
I need to get Tyler's opinion too.
Yeah.
After.
Somebody who was it said in the chat had a pretty good. Oh, was it Kabar?
Head on his shoulders, that probably.
Part of it could be that someone said they don't even see the kids in the toy aisles anymore, or rarely in the stores, and which is interesting. I kind of agree with that.
Probably because there's too many giant fucking stinky fatty old men in there trying to steal up all the fucking new figures.
Hey, you been watching?
I wouldn't let my kid in the toy section either if I saw fucking.
Bro, you're walking down to the toy aisle with your kid. You see Angry Mike. What do you do?
Yeah, no,
just stand in the aisle, just like.
Yeah, what you gonna do? Beast Wars.
My name's Gavin. You got a Marvel Legends secular Spider-Man? I don't know.
Actually.
Because this particular suit of Spider-Man, when he was in this suit.
I'm sorry. What are you saying?
Mommy, Mommy, I'm scared. That's why there's no fucking kids in the toy aisle.
I wonder.
You tell kids about.
If part of it has to do with a lot of these kids are growing up with iPhones and tablets and electronics, and they're not really playing with the toys. They're playing on these electronics. So I don't know if some of that has anything to do with this opinion. I don't know that I kind of feel that way. I was in college. And I can't remember what cartoon was out. I kind of fell away from Transformers after animated. And then I kind of got back into it much later. And like, holy crap, there's still Transformers stuff going on. I just don't think it's going to die anytime soon, if it is going to die. In general.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kabar also just kind of piggyback off of that. He said he thinks it's going to more of a direct to consumer aspect. I heavily agree with that.
That's an interesting point.
I don't know if they're, I think that's, you'll always see Star Wars and Marvel Legends until the Marvel boom finally goes away, which it's part of the Mouse House, so it probably won't. I think you'll see that regardless. I think you will see those things regardless. But a lot of people say, in 5 years we're not going to see Transformers on the pegs. Like I don't agree with that, but I definitely do think the move is direct to consumer, and I think if it's something where Pulse gets big enough, or even using Amazon as a machine to do that, he's probably right. So
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, what's the question again? Let me have at her.
Why do you think Transformers fans are always so quick to assume the brand is dead or dying?
In a whole? Or certain subsections of fans?
Well, we hear it, even hear it from the Beast Wars fan side. Our boy Brian is always so quick to say, man, Transformers is dying, dude. And to me, it's just, no, it's not. They're just, Hasbro just isn't making what we want. But I don't think the brand is dying. Just to use as an example.
Oh, I'll give you what I think that all means when people say that. When people say the brand is dying, Transformers is dying, maybe they're trying to say it like it's supposed to scare people, like the brand's going away. I think everyone knows it's not going away. Michael Bay played a huge part in that, cementing Transformers as a brand that'll live on far past the duration that G1 and Beast Wars and Armada did. Like, Transformers is going to be a mainstay for a long time because of the Bay movies, for sure. It put it in front of everyone's fucking eyes. I think when people say that, what they don't realize they're saying is subconsciously the Transformers that they knew is dying. And I say that because so many people that are so quick to go the doom and gloom route are these collectors that have these specific tastes like G1 Masterpiece or Legends, or you know what I mean? And they see something, they see either the company or the industry moving on from their little pocket of collecting, and now Transformers is dying. Transformers no longer existing. But what they're leaving out is the to me part, because that's subjective. If you look at the numbers, Hasbro's doing fine. They're doing great even. And they're not going to die because, you know what I mean? Fucking Steven, who's 42, who still collects G1 Masterpiece and just got a divorce, isn't going to collect G1 Masterpiece anymore because RC looks like an old lady and not a sex symbol. Like, nobody cares. For every, listen, seriously, for every fucking angry comic book nerd that steps away from the brand, there's 5 more people, 5 kids, 5 more collectors that are jumping into the Masterpiece scene. So everyone who thinks that the brand is dying and going away, they're just bitter within themselves because it's not going the way they want it to go.
Bro, Nero, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think you've hit the nail on the head there, Tyler. Honestly, like that's more or less how I feel whenever I see that statement. And like there's sometimes, man, where like I'm just as frustrated that there isn't anything on the pegs, digital or physical, that really appeals to me either.
Ooh, Josh just said Brett filled your mom up, Dalton.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what she said.
Know that Dalton's Brett's son.
Anyway,
I am not.
So Brett, let's get back to this thing you were talking about.
Don't do it.
No. Peace Horse.
So I feel like with open eyes, you're basically asking about BotCon exclusives.
Am I?
Are you?
You don't have to confirm or deny.
You don't.
You can't pull off the mystery very well.
It was way too obvious.
So I want to kind of roll something your way, and you can roll it back if you want to, or if you don't, whatever. So let's say you get a choice to make 3 things, and it's located. The avenue of getting these 3 things is centrally located.
Beast Wars.
You're asking if we would. Are you trying to ask if we would want something tried and true, something that maybe has already been done, but you think you can do it better this time? A redo, whatever, or if we would want some just, even if it was off the wall, because some of my favorite toys are some of the original characters, like Fractal and Pack Rat and Antagony, and Antagony's such a gorgeous figure, and Windraiser because of that color palette. Yeah, you know what I mean? And then some of the more kind of original ideas like the Transmetal Tigatron and RC as a spider and things like that. Or is it just like, hey, we can do this, we could do a green Ramulus. Like, I'm 100% on with that too. Like, so
what are we even talking about?
Roll back to me.
It's great.
So Dakota just had a Brett moment and set Brett up for another Brett moment.
He did, and I was like,
"Can I just make an order for a Dalton moment?"
And I was like, "What?"
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this because it's all some things you're putting in the chat.
If you're gonna do figures that I want to collect, like exclusively, you could do. Like, if you're gonna do figures that I can collect exclusively, you're gonna do Green Ramulus. If you're gonna do figures, I'd be in for a Green Ramulus. If you're gonna do figures that I exclusively collect.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So,
wait a minute.
Hang on.
Like, would you be doing older molds? Would you be able to touch the newer stuff? Where are we at here? Like, what are you looking at here?
Right.
What's your?
So what I got from this was
transform and roll for it.
Whoa. So what I got from this was Tyler. What'd you say?
I'm trying to think of the highlights that Tyler's going to put in for the last time.
Out of everything.
Oh
Tyler,
God.
What'd you say?
Is anyone else having a brain aneurysm trying to follow this show?
Dude, I'm so confused. I'm so I'm not, I don't know. Maybe I just didn't drink enough water today.
I don't know, but the only one that came across was actually Tyler, which is shocking.
I feel
shocking.
like everyone's
wine.
drinking the pine
100%.
Holy Christ.
Yeah, now Brett, can you in a not so
say it again,
shadowy and mystique way ask this question?
I want it in a Tyler voice.
Brett, can you not speak way ask this question?
I think it was the way Brett was asking this question earlier really just tore me up. Like it really messed my brain up to where I can't even ask questions now.
That was good. Oh my God!
Is this like a raw energon overload feels like to them on the show?
At this point, it doesn't matter.
Let's get down to brass tacks here. I'm assuming what the code is asking is, if you're going to do a Beast Wars specific figure, which one are you going to do, and can I have one?
It would be my heart's joy to do a Beast Wars character, and yes, you could have one. How's that?
Perfect.
All right.
What's next?
I'm done.
Okay, so now you're done. Well, I mean, you had asked this weird question that really made scrambled eggs of my brain.
Go ahead.
And because you were just like, well, what if there was this way of doing this thing, and I'm trying to ask the question the way you would ask it.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
I feel like you trying to ask the way he was going to try and ask. Now I'm fucked.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
you trying to ask the question the way he was trying to ask the question made you ask him questions about trying to ask the question he was trying to pose.
Yes.
Because you didn't know how to ask him questions about how to ask the question that he wanted to ask.
Yes.
Exactly. So next time I'll ask Tyler to ask the question that I wanted to ask for the questions I wanted done.
How about next time you ask the question in less than 37 words? Like,
I don't know if I can do that.
Dude, can you just do me a favor? Next time you want to ask a question, write it down.
My question is if you do that, do you have to add and all that to it?
It's my brains is mush.
And mush.
Mush is brains now, and that's why there's the us.
Beast Wars.
Welcome to my brain.
Dalton, help us.
I can't help you. I can't even help myself.
Really, Dalton, what medication?
How are we relying on the guy with the speech impediment to fix our speech impediment?
Does he have
I can't even fix it myself, so
we got to rename this episode because Dalton's the only one speaking with any clarity.
I agree with that. But he's also wanting medical assurance on that. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. I just wanted the clear question. Like that's all I was trying to figure out was the clear question. Like if I had to be forced to buy 3 or 4 toys, if I had to be forced to buy like 3 other toys to get one that I really want, would I do it?
Out loud. What?
Is that
I feel like I'm in a lucid dream.
I feel like I'm like there's definitely like some kind of a loop here.
There is.
I feel like I'm in a migraine.
Kabar said episode 173. So you want to make a green Ramulus?
It's really weird because I have one. So yes.
Oh my god. So okay, let's move on to whatever is next because this is obviously not going to be.
Is there anything, Brett? Is there another? Is there a question anybody had that they can ask?
Candace, go.
Nope. Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
Guys, I'm stuck in the theme songs in my head because everybody kept saying Beast Wars.
Oh my god.
Oh, hey, that's something I want to talk about.
Tyler, do it. Talk.
Hasbro earlier today put up and they titled it just so well, Beast Wars.mp4. And it was like, it wasn't even the full opening intro to Beast Wars, but they posted it on their Transformers page. So let's speculate. Because it was just a strange, out of the blue posting. And we shared it on the Stasis Facebook page. So is my mic? No, I can see myself talking, so people can hear me. Okay.
We can hear you. We don't.
All right. So what do you guys think the deal with Hasbro uploading 10 seconds of the Beast Wars theme song was today?
So let's think about this for a second. So Earthrise has been teased. It's coming out. The figures are rolling out now. I'm thinking this is to, I don't want to over speculate, but if this could be a way to kind of like put Beast Wars back in the consumer's eyes, just to kind of gauge the reaction and see how much they want to invest in pushing that forward. If part 3 of this War for Cybertron series is to be a Beast Wars thing, are they going to make them all beasts or are they going to make them 3 beasts? And it could just be to gauge interest among the fans to see how deep they should dip their toe into this pool going forward.
Yeah. So you think it was gauging interest?
I think so.
I agree.
I'm with you there, Tyler. I mean,
I think that's, and there's 100%.
There's been mostly positive feedback from that post too. I mean, I think there was only one person that was complaining about Beast Wars.
Yes, I saw that, and it's like
typical.
Your opinion doesn't matter, peasant.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I should have responded.
We're MP50, so
my thought on it was like, you know, like we've been told like there's probably no way we're gonna get the original series on Blu-ray just because it couldn't be like rendered as such. I was hoping, but I don't know because I watched it on my phone and I was at work, so I was on my cell phone connection. Was it like any more high res looking, like any more 60 frames per second than normal? Because like
I don't think
so. Can someone, Jed? I saw Jed in the chat earlier. Jed, I need you to go compare those frame rates. See if we're getting 60 frames out of that. Because like that was where my mind went. My mind went, oh hey, maybe they're about to re-release the series.
No, just the same.
Okay, it's the same.
Yeah.
Oh.
So TM2DB in the chat says, "No, that's stupid. 9-year-olds don't use Facebook and they don't watch half-ass, janky-ass videos."
I don't know if TM2DB was talking about that in particular. I think they were responding to if people go apeshit about it, they'll go all in on a Beast Wars mainline.
No, now I feel like an asshole.
Yeah,
like, look, my whole thing with that is like, I don't think that it was geared towards 9-year-olds. The whole market explosion right now is nostalgia, And nostalgia comes from the older fans. Like, I'm a parent right now, and I grew up with this kind of stuff. So I am going to want to show my son when he's of age this cool universe of Transformers and Beast Wars and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, so I think they're marketing it to the older audience to introduce their children into the fandom. Also, TM2DB, if I made fun of you and I was wrong and you weren't addressing me, I apologize. But if you were, suck it.
You can't just God, Tyler, you are one of a kind.
You trash.
Yeah. So
no, but it's definitely marketed towards like parents, like older individuals who are starting families, who grew up with this kind of stuff and kind of relying on them to introduce the younger generation to what they loved. Because there's nothing stronger than a bond that can be shared through generations.
Yeah, it's called a clothes hanger.
Oh,
Anybody?
Damn, I got that.
Of course, the boomer would get it.
I'm kidding.
To be fair, Mike tried to put his toe back on with a coat hanger. So
actually, I tried to use duct tape, it didn't work.
Anyways, no, man,
Dude,
I think
Kyle,
it's interesting.
Real quick, Brother Kyle says, "Oh, geez, Tyler going to start every sentence now with as a parent." In quotes.
Yeah, but you know what the underlining thing of that statement is? As a parent, is I had sex.
Congratulations on the fix. Yep, that's where I was going to go with it.
You know, so
enjoy.
There's no cobwebs to dust off. I'm good.
I mean, what's it like now, though? Don't answer that. We don't have
to.
I told my wife and she. No, I won't do that. Yes. Something else I wanted to talk about too is like with them. I think it's interesting that they're kind of testing the waters with this because we saw in an interview a while ago how John Warden was like, we got something special planned for the 25th anniversary of Beast Wars. And if that's true and they're testing the waters, and it doesn't cement that they're like committed to doing Beast Wars justice, but it's what's the word I'm looking? It's not inspiring. It feels good to know that they haven't abandoned it altogether, and they're not even willing to address Beast Wars as a part of. God damn it, Kyle! For all the audio listeners, Brother Kyle chimes in. He says, "Come on, Tyler, you see my progress. I'm coming up. I'm working on my Grindr profile right now, so holla at your boy on Grindr, Brother Kyle. He looks like a priest.
Brother Kyle on a glow up."
That's it.
So, yeah, I mean, honestly, dude, I still think it's more or less like I don't know. I know supposedly somebody asked John Warden or somebody asked somebody at Toy Fair, what the like if there's going to be anything Beast Wars related happening this year or not. I don't think they got any leeway on it. So I don't know the specifics of that. I'll have to go back and look. Like I said, I can't remember which like online news site asked the question, or whatever. But bro, Ugly Fat said I could totally help y'all get dates. Like he just like Ugly Fat being Stasis Lock Cupid. So shout out to Ugly Fat, my boy Ugly Fat. Yeah, so like I don't know, man. Like I didn't expect to see anything in 2020. I definitely expect to see some stuff in 2021, like 100%.
So I think as a way to build hype, they could do like an HD remaster re-release of the Beast Wars cartoon and put that out as like a box set on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I think that'd be something interesting, and that, like, I'd be in on it. I think a lot of people would be too. Like, I think a lot of the reason people don't like Beast Wars like nowadays people who have open minds now that didn't before, who want to go back, but the animation is really their only thing. Like they can't take the animation. I think if we had like an updated version of Beast Wars where it ran a little cleaner and maybe some of the graphics were updated, especially like some of the backdrops, I think that could really help spark putting Beast Wars back in the limelight. But I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, and this is my Debbie Downer moment. I think for me, I don't think this new wave of Beast Wars is going to be anything that I want it to be, because my tastes are very fixed and very, I could even say niche, how I only like the season 1, the organic beast modes, and how I'm only drawn to that. And it seems like Hasbro's vision of Transformers as a whole is all robotic. They don't want to try the organic stuff anymore because the majority of people don't want that. And it's fine. And I still have Beast Wars, the original series. That's never leaving. It's not ruining my childhood, but I feel like I'm excited for fans and I'm excited to see what comes of it. But I think for me, if it's not done with any of the organic stuff, like even Generations, Rat Trap, and Waspinator and Rhinox was, if it's not like that, then I'm kind of out on it, and I'll have to rely on Masterpiece and third party to get my kicks.
You say having to rely on MP like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing, and like honestly, I'm kind of grateful that it's. I don't want to say I'm grateful it's not as big as it is, but I'm grateful it's not being produced as much as like all the G1 stuff and the shows and all the like the Earthrise and all that kind of stuff, because it's like I've been tactically able to pinpoint where I want to spend my money and save up and have a lot of breathing room, whereas a lot of the third-party companies for a while there, they were all releasing at the same time or one after another. People were, you know what I mean, just like dumping their pockets into this well of almost what seemed like never-ending content from action figure creators, toy makers, which was awesome. But like, I'm grateful that it's not as mass-produced as that, because I get to be a little more reserved with my funds, and I can still, kind of enjoy my lifestyle the way it is without having that anxiety of picking and choosing what the best one is or wanting them all. And you know what I mean? Brett, talk to me about Bang.
Jesus. Well, I wanted to get everyone's just kind of like what they're speculating on the Hasbro Pulse. Post. Jeez. Let's see. It just there was apparently some words with the post. I don't know if they went and like edited it, because I know whenever I looked at it, it just said Beast Wars MP4. But it says a look at how these more than meets the eye beasts came to be. So like I definitely wonder, and it's still only like 13 seconds, but it looks more crisp. I don't know.
I mean, if anything does happen, we probably won't see, as far as a new toy line, we probably won't see it until New York Comic Con.
Oh, Jed just said it was at 23.95 frames per second. Jeez, Jed, you're good.
Damn.
Mike, you got anything to add?
They trolling.
They trolling.
God, everyone's so negative tonight.
I wouldn't say that they're troll. Wow, I mean, I already said my piece. I don't know if I would agree with it. They're trolling though. It doesn't like
Candace, what about you?
As much as there seems to be that there could be a bias, that it doesn't seem like Hasbro's MO to dangle it in front of fans and rip it away. I mean, we'll see though with this G.I. Joe shit if they just rip that away and cancel it again, because it's honestly a trash product. But let's not go there.
Yes, let's not.
Disagree, but
I was just trying to get Mike going. Ooh, it's 720p. Okay, that changes things.
I don't think the I don't know. Like, I don't know if my DVDs would be considered. I'm pretty sure those are like 480. So
yeah, I
man,
think max was 480.
Could just be. I mean, 720 is still high def. So, Candace, what about you? What you think?
I don't know. This there could be so many possibilities here. Kind of agree with Tyler there with just trying to pique interest, see what the fans kind of put the feelers out there. I don't know if it could be because next year is the 25th anniversary and they're just doing these little stunt things. Who knows? The possibility of a movie, it could be leaning toward anything. I don't know. Just trying to generate the nostalgia. People kind of bringing people back, bringing new people in, trying to gauge, the interest there. I don't know. Could be anything.
So I have a
I'm
question.
just excited that they mentioned Beast Wars.
If StasisLockPodcast decided to pool our money together.
Well, let me hang on. Let me get Brett's answer before we go on to another question.
Oh, now he pulls the ring.
Well, I tried earlier, but
Wow.
ouch.
Sorry.
So, do you think Brett Bro is testing some waters with the 13 seconds of 720p Beast Wars introduction episode intro?
Yes.
Okay.
To answer your question, yes. Yes, I do.
I got you. Now, Tyler, what was your?
Serious. I was gonna say, like, do you think if we all pooled some money together and gave it to Gary, if he'd considered moving to America for a few weeks just so he could be a part of the new production going forward? Because honestly, I could not stomach the idea of what's his name being Optimus Primal again.
Oh, Ron Perlman.
No,
no. Like, let's run through the cast. Ron Perlman as Primal or Gary Chalk? Dalton.
Gary Chalk.
Tyler.
Gary Chalk.
Mike.
You even have to ask.
That's true.
Okay,
Brett.
Ron Perlman then.
Oh, go.
I'm gonna need you to put him backstage. Can you put me backstage too? Me and him about to fight.
No, I'm talking about Mike.
Brett, Gary Chalk or Ron Perlman?
Gary Chalk.
Candace. Ron
Obviously,
Perlman, I knew it.
Ron Perlman, I'm sorry.
I'm forwarding this to Gary.
Hell no, Gary Chalk.
Actually,
All right, Gary Chalk,
Got the
definitely.
voice and the talent. He can do it. Hands down.
I agree.
Boom.
I agree. Well, no one else had anything else. We can go on ahead and get us on out of here.
Our poor listeners and viewers. I don't know what to
I
say.
do
to them
declare.
tonight.
Yeah, everyone's brains are mashed potato.
Episode of Stasis Lock.
Does anyone else feel like a fried egg?
Can someone just give me the list of the shout outs? Because I would like to do them this week if possible.
Oh boy.
Cool table.
I can't just like forward it right now. I'm gonna have to do them, but next week. You can do them next week.
But it doesn't work that way. You know what? I think I got it right here. I got the Facebook page. Let's see if I can just do a few of them. Okay. So I'll just pull up the picture and I want to do some of these shout outs. I want to do them right. So hang on.
Yeah, there is a new Figga Bangin tonight as well, by the way.
Okay.
do it right.
All right. So sit your ass down to the. Can you sit your ass down to the Cool Table Network, and you can listen to podcasts. You can listen to podcasts such as Shattered Cast Uncut, Toy Detox, Beer and Bolters 40K, Enter the Realm, Plastic Fanatics, Verbally Challenged, Breaking the Mold, 8 weeks, building up to Fresh Communications, Nerd Rage Radio, and some honorable mentions: Masterpiece Theater, Shitpiece, Masterpiece Shitpiece Theater, around 30 minutes with our boy Deluxe Baldwin. Take it away from here.
Jesus. Future has a cool show. Just got to have Uncut into their own Tweet Detox, Figga Bangin, Principal 40K, Blast Fanatics, Breaking the Old Nerds, Radio, Fresh Communications, building up to it, verbally challenge, Smash Shitpiece, Theater Nerds have spoken, Total Package, all queued up, Blackout Shout, Off the Runner, Cybercast, Galactic Gumbo, in around 30 minutes, Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. Thank you all for watching, Tyler. Oh my God. It's frustrating just listening to you read anything. I hate listening to you read, Tyler.